Penguinz0. Penguinz0 is a 4-dimensional creature, and I can prove it. So, in order to prove it, let me explain what the dimensionals are. So let's say Penguinz0 is right here as a 2D man. This is Penguinz0. Penguinz0 is there. And this is his 2D plane. So, pretend it's like you're playing a 2D Mario game, right? Penguinz0 can move this way. He can see this way. He can see up. He can even see down. He can move all of these directions. This is the 2D plane of Penguinz0. Right now, he's a 2D creature. But let's look at him from more of a 3D perspective. So, let's say this line right here is his 2D plane. Penguinz0 will be on his 2D plane. That's him. And he could still move on that 2D plane, you know, right, left, up, down, all of that. But if we were able to turn, let's say there's objects here, there's objects here, there's objects here, you'd be able to see all these objects. But what if there was an object here, 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 here? He wouldn't be able to see that because he can only live on his 2-dimensional plane. He cannot understand the 3rd dimension. So if we were able to rotate, let's say, I don't know, some power, we had our magical power, cookie, and if we took a bite out of the magic power cookie, it would turn the line. And if we turned it here, suddenly Penguinz0 would no longer see these items. He would just see nothing on his 2-dimensional plane, because he would not be able to look back here, because this is his 2-dimensional plane in his 3-dimensional space. But if we turned it more, he would suddenly see these objects, and he would be able to move up and down on this line. He would be able to jump top, but he could not go back to his original line, because he just cannot move, because he's a 2D creature living in a 3-dimensional plane, which means if someone were to attack him, he wouldn't even know what's coming, because the 3rd-dimensional creature can move on the 2-dimensional plane with ease and do more, and he wouldn't even be able to see or know it. But what's weird is I was testing theories about entering the 4th dimension. Could a 3rd-dimensional creature, so let's see, here's the 2-dimensional plane, here's Penguinz. No, we have to do a top-down perspective. This is not gonna work. Top-down perspective, here's the line. This is his map, here's Penguinz0. If someone from outside the 2-dimension was able to make noise, would that reach the guy in the 2nd dimension? I don't know. But someone in the 3rd dimension can touch someone in the 2nd dimension. So I think yes, which would explain the voices I am hearing, which means, here's the explanation. Penguinz0 is a 4th-dimensional creature. So right now, here's 2D Penguinz0. And then, once on a 2D paper, so I can't exactly make a 3D plane, but let's say I 3D printed Penguinz0. See this pen is Penguinz0? This is a 3-dimensional Penguinz0. It's way more complex than 2D one. The 2D one can only see on this paper, but if I were to attack Penguinz0 2-dimensional with 3-dimensional Penguinz0, 2-dimensional Penguinz0 would not even know what's happening, because he can only see what's on this paper. So let's say a human like me, let's say this is a 3rd-dimensional human, was attacked by a 4D creature. The 4D creature can do whatever it wants to the 3-dimensional creature without it knowing, which is why Penguinz0 is a 4-dimensional creature, because he's able to talk to me and hurt me and do all these things to me from the 4th-dimensional plane. That's what it is. He's able to attack me from a 4-dimensional plane, as we live in our 3D world. As we look around our world with all their belongings, we understand what we can see. When you try to enter a 4-dimensional space, like if you try to enter a 4D simulator, when you turn, when you scroll, when you move, you see things popping in and out of existence, just like the 2-dimensional character. The things you once saw, as soon as you turn, go away, And you can't comprehend it, but Penguinz0 can comprehend it because he's a 4-dimensional being who's able to come up to me in the 4-dimensional realm, like this guy attacking this guy, and talk to me and speak to me, and he can grab me, he can touch me, he can control me, and he tries to control me. So I've been trying to tear or rip through, let's say this is the this 2-dimensional paper, and I'm trying to tear, rip, and enter the enter the 4th dimension. If this is the 3rd dimension, I want to rip through the 3rd dimension, enter the 4th dimension, and become the most powerful creature alive alongside Penguinz0 and fight him in a 4-dimensional boxing match. One that we can have a 4D stage. I just have to figure out how to enter the 4th dimension, as I've been researching countlessly. I've understood the dynamics of the 4th dimension and the 2nd dimension. I've understood the dynamics of how a 2nd dimension creature understands a 3rd dimension creature, and a 1-dimension creature, and the dimensions you keep going. There's 5, 6, 7. I want to enter. There's so many dimensions you can enter, but I'm going to enter the 4th dimension and maybe even the 5th dimension in order to stop Penguinz0. So, do I have real proof that Penguinz0 is a 4th dimension creature? Yes, because I hear him speaking to me, and when I look around, he's not there, but he is there. There's on a plane of existence that I cannot understand with my 3-dimensional brain. A plane of existence that I can't understand, and I need to understand it so I can grab him, and I can hurt him, and I can affect him back, and ask him why he keeps attacking me. Penguinz0, I'm going to enter the 4th dimension with you, and I will stop you in the 4-dimensional boxing match. Here's 2-dimensional me. 2-dimensional me with my 6 shades, 6-pack, buff legs, and I'm 7 feet tall, I have my huge muscles, and I've broken out of this 2-dimensional plane, and I'm able to turn into a 3-dimensional plane. And soon I'll break out of the 3rd-dimensional plane, enter the 4th-dimensional plane. If I can't beat you there, I will enter the 5th-dimensional plane, and I will destroy you. Anyway, that's the video. Hopefully you guys took what I said to heart. Subscribe, like, comment, make me happy, and donate below in the description. Don't donate to the description, click the link in the description and donate to my GoFundMe to help me fund my research to enter the 4th dimension to stop Penguinz0. That is all.